Good morning, everyone. This is Pretty with Pretty Colors for You. Today's video is just about everything that I colored in the month of October and what I plan to color in November, this month. So I'm gonna go through my little book real fast to tell you exactly how many pages I colored in the month of October. And for the month of October, I colored, it says 15, but it's actually 16. Or is it 15? I don't know. I don't know if I wrote it down yesterday. I found a page that I did not remember to write down, but so far it's 15 pages that I colored for October. And let me open this back up so I can stay in track. Okay, so I'm not going in a specific order with what I colored, just because I don't have the books laid out in order. I just have the books laid out. So first, warning, this content is not intended for children. This is an adult coloring channel. If you like this video, please to subscribe, comment, and share. And you can also follow me on my Instagram at Pretty Colors for You and my TikTok at Pretty Colors for You. And let's get started. First, I wanted to state where I bought some of these books from. To start, majority of my books came from Amazon USA. And let me zoom you guys in a little bit. Amazon USA is where I get most of my books. Although I have started using Amazon Japan, because most of my favorite books are the Japanese books. So, but Amazon Japan is where I got most of my books that I'm going to show today. Also eBay, I did get a few books. And I wanted to mention that I have a buddy color coming up with Christina's Art Corner on YouTube. And we are going to be coloring in a book. We have already chosen the page that we're going to color. I think I can show that first while I'm talking about Christina. Do I have the book out? Let's see. Oh, don't I have the book out? I thought I did. I think I do have it out. It's just under everything. But yeah, we're going to color. You know what? I'll get to it when I get to it, guys. I don't want to mess up the order. So anyways, so yeah, Christina's Art Corner on YouTube. We're doing a buddy color. You guys should go check out her channel because she has a lot of cool stuff on her channel. She even does buddy colors with her granddaughter, which I think is really cool. Also, go check out one of my favorite YouTubers, which is Lucy Just Adds Color. I love Lucy. Love, love, love. Oh, anybody remember that show, I Love Lucy? I actually love Lucy. And then Lovea's Coloring on YouTube. She also has some good art on hers. And also go check out Zucchini Kitty on YouTube. These people all have very good, there's some really good art on their channels. And then I chose one of my Instagram followers. You guys go check her out. So I'm going to blow up so that you guys can actually see her name here. Let me just a little bit. Her name is Kitten Color Crazy on Instagram. So it's Kitten Color Crazy. Go follow her on Instagram, guys. So let's get into the books now. First I have, I'm going to show what I plan to color in November last. So I'm going to put those books here. So first I have Cat's General Store. Try to go fast on this one. Cat's General Store. What I colored in this book was this page. I'm not sure if you guys saw this on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, because I did post. I post some of my work on Instagram before I post it on YouTube. Yeah, so I finished this page on the 22nd of October. And on here I use polychromos, no, Derwent ink tints, sorry, not polychromos. I use Derwent ink tints, I use some Stickles, I use some Posca, and fine liner, a black fine liner Posca. And I also use watercolor paints. And the watercolor paints that I used, if I can reach it here. And I actually like this brand, it's really nice. It's by Milang. I got this off of Amazon and it looks just like this. Sorry. Yeah. This is the watercolor that I used on down here in the trees. But up here, these are all ink tints. So yeah, that's what I use on here. Stickles, ink tints, fine liners. And I use the ink tints activated. I colored them and then I activated them. So that's what I did on here. So that is my Cat's General Store page. And I don't think I finished anything else in here. I am working on something in here. I'll give you a sneak peek. Not finished yet, so I will finish it though. And I have a lot of other projects that I'm trying to work on right now, so I will come back to this. It just got too repetitive and I needed a break from it, so that's what I did. I just took a break from it. And this is Cat's General Store. And this was an Etsy buy from my Pomodoro 24 place that I buy from. And then I have Bel Jarden, and I'm going to explain to you about this book. This book is by Peggy Jo Ackley. The page that I'm going to show is not going to look complete to you, but to me it's completed only because I'm going to explain. On this side, I was not thinking about coloring the page behind it before I actually laid the stickles on there. And you can see the stickles on this side of the page, but not on this side of the page. So I'm actually not done with this page yet either. Another one that I just took a break from because I wanted to finish this side first and then I was going to go back to it. So anyways, as you can see, this side has stickles. This side doesn't have stickles. It just has the KJ Designs watercolor metallics. I mean gold right here. So yeah, that's why I stopped this page to finish this side over here when I could, because I really wanted to color the grapes. So on this side here, it has a rough texture because of this over here. So that's why I said this is considered complete to me. I was able to get at least 3 colors out of the grapes. So I just wanted to do, just play around with some colors, and that's what I did. So, and the writing here, these were done with the Sakura Jelly Roll Glaze, the writings, but everything else, I think I went around that leaf. No, actually, okay, so with the coloring, actual colors that are on the page, I use, I'm blank this morning. I use my favorite Prismas on these. And then I actually use the fine liner around here, I believe. But yeah, so this is complete to me because I can't do anything over here. Like from this grape forward, everything feels rough. So I'm afraid that if I put any lines and color to it, you're going to see the lines coming through. So I don't want to do that. So this is complete. And that's the only page that I did in this book. I don't think I did anything else in here. Oh, I did do this little beat. I was just playing around and I wanted to see. Sometimes I do that. Oh, this will be a nice one to color. But what I would do here, actually this whole page would have to be watercolor paints. Too fine for me. Even with the fine liners, I don't have the patience for it. But this book again is called Bel Jarden by Peggy Jo Ackley. Next, I have Witches Around by Yusiku. And I have done, I think, 3 pages in this book. I always flip from the back because for some reason I always start in the back of my books. I don't know why. Okay, so this was the page that I forgot to write down in my book. The Two Little Witches, and I did post this one on my Instagram. That's why I'm surprised that I forgot. So on this page, I used Prismas, fine liners, some stickles, and white Posca. And you can see like in her shoes, she has some stickles, and over here on the light post, she has some stickles. And everything else is what I mentioned. So that's that page. And then I have, this is a whip that I'm working on. I was just trying out something to see what it would look like, and I like it. So I'm gonna go back in and finish this. Ooh, I like that one. So then I have this one I also posted on my Instagram, the Two Witch Sisters. I don't know, I call them the Witch Sisters. But I finished this on the 24th, and I use exactly the same mediums, which is Prismas, Posca, and Stickles on this page. And I did enter this into the Witchtober Color Along 23, and this is hosted by Elm Colors. I did insert this in there. I have to leave a note for myself sometimes. And this is also one that I entered into the Witchtober hashtag on Instagram. What I used here, the background is alcohol markers. I use watercolors, metallic watercolors by King Art. And I like it because it gave it like the smoky effect. It makes it look like they're walking into like a misty, foggy area. So that's kind of why I used that for this. And I liked it. So, and I use stickles, and I use Prismas and fine liners for like the little small details. So I'll bring it closer so that you can see what I mean when I say about the metallics. Yeah. And that was on the 24th. And that was it in that book. And that was Witches Around by Yusiku. And Yusiku is also on Instagram. And another book by Yusiku is Lovely Pumpkin 2. And I believe I did one page in here, which was this one on October the 19th. And I used stickles, of course. I used white Posca. And I want to say that I used Prismas in here, but I don't know. I believe I used colors in this. Yes. This is the colors pencils that I use with some white Posca, some white, what else? Acrylic pens, the Artix acrylic pens. And I used the KJ designs on her collar and on her, in her teacup. And I think that's it in this book. I haven't did any other pages in there yet. And then this book. This is Rising by Carolina Kubakowska. This book is very intimidating to me. Was at first, and it still kind of is, because I will not just put ink into these books. Like, I have to have a whole plan thought out and all of that before I just, yeah, I'm afraid. I don't want to mess up anything. And they're not cheap books either, so. So here in the backgrounds, you can see that, hold on. Oops, scoot down. Back here, I'll move this back up a little bit. So in these corners, there's a corner here and a corner here. You see that I used like a honeycomb shape here. That is with Faber-Castell Gelatos and the honeycomb stencil that they came with the kit. I have the kit. And what I also use is those same Milang watercolors for the background. And I believe I did use some. No, I don't think I used any alcohol markers in this. So I used the Milang's watercolors for this. I added some Deco Arts acrylic paint with the glitter in there. That's where you see the little glitter sparkles in there. And that's it. I didn't use any pencils in this. Everything is alcohol. I mean, not alcohol. Everything is, I think I may have used pencils right here in the little mushrooms, but that's it. And I say that because they look too fine to have been watercolor. But everything else is watercolor, acrylic, glitter paint. Oh, yeah. Up here, I did use pencils because I was stuck for a minute. For a minute, I was really stuck on this page because I had done this part and I didn't know where to go from there. I was like, what am I going to do with this now? But I want it to be like a magical, you know, scenery. So that is why I added the sparkles of acrylic paint back there. And it looks like, my daughter says it looks like magic is floating around in the, like magical sparkles floating around in the woods. Or it could even look like googly eyes in the back, you know, whichever your mind takes you. So, and here, I just put some Jelly Roll glaze on these leaves right here. And these down here because I wanted them to be a little bit darker than the rest of the page. So yeah, and he is fully watercolor paint as well. The whole entire little man is a watercolor paint with the Milangs as well. And I call this page the Magical Forest. And this is the only page that I have done in this book. Because like I said, you have to really think about what you're doing in these pages. You can't just go in here and screw up the pages. Like, yeah. And this book is Rising by Carolina Kubakowska. Next, I'm going to talk about a page from Emily Lytle-Oberg. This was one of her free pages, and I downloaded it, printed it, and colored it. So yeah, that's what I did on this one. Yeah, so that's what I did on this one. And while I'm in here, I can talk about this page. This page I did as a buddy color with my son. He wanted to color. And he was like, Mommy, I was actually working on a different project. And he was like, can I color with you today? And I was like, okay. So I was like, what do you want to color? He was like, something Halloween. So I pulled out my Colors of Autumn book by Nicolette Delfray, which is this book here. Oh, gosh. I have a lot going on this morning. Too much. All right, so this book is where that page came from, and because the pages are so soft, I didn't really want to color in the book, and I wanted to, like, you know, so this book I got that page from, and if I can find it. This book has some really nice pages though, but you probably would want to just make copies of it. I don't know if you wish, but that page is this page in this book. So yeah. So yeah, me and my son colored this page together. I'll show his page. You know what? I got too much going on today. And it's just, oh, thank you. I was just going to say, and it's just Monday. And this is my page, guys. And then here's my son's page. He's tried. And so what happened is he didn't end up liking the background. So I said, okay, well, just color over it with acrylic paint. So he did. So he colored over with the black acrylic paint. And he's not done. He says he's trying to darken it up a little bit. So that's his page. This is my page. Once I learn how to do everything and insert photos, I think I can do that better than. So I just figured I'll do it that way. All right, so that was that page. And then what I done in romantic country this month. Let's see. Did I do anything in romantic country too? 33. Okay, so I didn't do anything in this book this month, but I did do things in this book. Okay, so I've done 2 pages in romantic country this month. And again, like I always say, I always start in the back of the book. So I did this page for Halloween. Actually on October the 30th, I did this page. This page is with colors, fine liners, Posca, and the twinkles in the background. I use stickles. I do have actually a paint called Twinkle, but I didn't use twinkles. I actually used stickles on this page.